Okay, cool, cool. I am so excited. And of course, this excitement was anticipated from the day that I locked up. Exactly 1 year ago, I was sitting in a chair, probably like around this time, getting my locks done for the first time ever. I remember like it was yesterday. What's up, guys? Oh, it's your girl Chrissy, also known as Whimsical Locks. And that's whimsical underscore locks on IG. And I'm just so excited because today is officially my 1 year lockversary. Jesus, I felt that in my spirit. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this final video. And no, I did not have my hair freshly dipped, retwisted. I do not have my hair out. I may take it out towards the end of the video. I wore my hair like this today to church or whatever. But yeah, so I'll take it out later towards the end. But today is D-Day, honey. It's here. I mean, I've been counting down from the moment I got these bad boys installed. Let me fix the light. My phone would ring during the live video. Son, I'm gonna have to call you back. But anyways, guys, I just want to thank you guys so much for following my lock journey. For those who cared, it hasn't been many, whatever. I don't have many views. Even if you watched one video, thank you for supporting me and my locks. I greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to get this position together, honey. Okay, so anyways, this last video pertaining to my 1 year lockversary, I am going to wrap up the locking methods because I kind of got cut off. I got cut off. That's what happened. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I got cut off while recording. So I'm going to wrap up what I was, last talking about. And as far as the different locking methods, I only had about 2, 3 left on my list. And then I am also going to wrap up my advice for those who are starting their locks, are fairly new into their lock journey, or struggling with their locks. And I'm also going to do a closing where I will talk about my future lock goals for the next year. Okay, so let's get to it. All right, so anywho, the last thing that I spoke about in my previous video, I was talking about the instant lock method, and basically, long story short, it's something that they do right away. It kind of takes from your journey, but it's still a part of your journey. So don't get me wrong, but it's still a part of your journey. It just cuts the time in half, really. And alongside with that, there are lock extensions that I see people get. Personally, for me, I do not like the whole lock extension thing. It's fake. Like, if I see a picture and like some people know how to do it to where it looks really natural, but then there's some that are just like obviously fake, and I do not like that look at all. I don't care how long you've been in the lock industry or in the lock game. Like, I just don't like the lock extension look when it's not really natural. Like, if I can tell that it's fake, I don't like it. Like, it's disgusting to me, and I that's just my personal opinion. Um, I understand that, it's still a part of our lock community and things of that nature, but I don't think it's cute. I don't think it look cute. Um, for the ones that you can tell are lock extensions. Now, with my opinion, when it comes to lock extensions in general, I just feel like you're cheating. And that's my personal opinion, once again. And I don't care how anyone feels about it, if you have lock extensions or not. If you feel like, oh, they did it because of their job or this, that, and the third, I don't care. I don't like it. I went through my journey. I walked through this process. I didn't cheat my way through, and I embrace it. And that makes me appreciate my locks 10,000 times more than I would having fake hair in my hair and getting complimented for it. Like, no. Okay. So that's that. And then there's also braids that you can start your locking method with. I know someone personally, a couple of people who started their lock journey with braids. Um, that seems like a pretty cool way to start it. Just be careful with the size because they can end up to be micro locks if you aren't carefully, you know, proportioning your sizes, your parting, and everything. And it does appear as though it takes a little longer for the braid locks to lock, just from what the young lady that I know told me. Okay. Now, going into my advice, I would say carefully select your loctician. As I spoken in my last video and a couple of other videos, how, I just let this lady retwist my hair without really seeing her do a lot of different heads. I only seen her do one head, but carefully select your loctician. Make sure they are seasoned in the game. And the lady that did my hair, she was 17 years in the game, but just make sure that, they listen to you and that they appear as though they know what they're doing. And if you have like the slightest bit of hesitation with them doing your hair, avoid them, abort at all costs. Okay. Um, another thing is to avoid heavy products. Now, lately, I've been on this whole DIY all natural hair remedy thing. At first, I was purchasing, from within my lock community on IG, and now I'm like making it on my own. I actually have a couple of videos coming up regarding my next DIY projects, um, which are all natural hair oils. So I look forward to doing that and sharing that journey with you guys, because all natural hair essential oils, rather. Because I discovered it and I was like, oh, yes. And also a leave in conditioner using the aloe vera plant, my handy dandy aloe vera. Um, but yeah, so be careful with the heavy products because not only are they not all natural, but they have other chemicals in there to for whatever reason. And I just encourage you, like, if you're not lazy and if you love doing projects, to create your own stuff. Eventually, I'm going to write everything down and make it available to you so that you can use. I wouldn't be selling things that we can make in our own kitchen. I will teach you how to do those things. So, first, I'm going to be experimenting with my hair for the next few months. And depending on the results, I will put that information out there for you guys. So, I'm taking notes, I'm learning. Just consider me a scientist. Like I always wanted to be a scientist. So, here's my shot, okay? Chemistry, rather. Okay? I wanted to be an archaeologist, but okay, we can work with chemistry because science was my favorite subject. So, that's what I'm tapping into. What next? Oh yeah, as far as heavy products, like heavy products really weigh on your locks. They can get trapped and stuck in your locks and really hard and difficult to get out of your locks. So you want to be careful with your usage. A lot of the all natural products or the all natural items or ingredients are very lightweight and hair friendly and comes right out when you wash them. So try to limit. Like if I can find a way to create a shampoo that is as light as possible and healthy and nourishing for the hair, I am going to do that. And trust and believe I'm going to look into it. Okay. Another thing is be careful with bleach and dye. As you see, my locks, these little golden things are bleached and dyed. Um, I don't have any regrets as far as the fact that I change my hair color, and that it's breaking off. No, excuse me, I'm parched. I just feel like you need to do your research fully on the type of dye and bleach that you're going to use if you're going to do it at home by yourself. If you're going to let someone else do it, make sure they specialize in coloring. Because other than that, you might as well do it yourself. Okay? But if you're going to do it yourself, proceed with caution. I did a lot of research, and my main thing was I didn't want my hair stressed out once I, bleached and dyed it. Now, I had, as I mentioned before, this is not typically the look that I wanted to start with. At first, I told myself I was just going to bleach and dye one lock. But as I brought the products, I said, well, maybe I throw in a few others because I really wanted my tips done. But I wanted to see how well I take care of my locks with the bleach and dye in it before I go ahead and achieve the look that I seriously want. And honestly, people were telling me, oh, you may lose hair, it will get thinner, this, that, and the third. Like, I have not experienced any of that. If you pay attention to my first video here on my YouTube channel, that's literally a couple of days or 2 weeks after, no, just like a week or so after I just bleached my hair. And it's literally, as you can see, the same. Like, the only difference is growth. That's it. Like, they're not stringy. They're, like they stay the same. And I would say, excuse me, part of that was being that when I went to put the bleach in, I added literally like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 conditioners with the bleach. And I know you're probably thinking like, how did you use all that? Doesn't it mask the bleach? No, bleach is very powerful. And that goes to show you that was a necessary move. So if you are, excuse me, going to use bleach and dye, mix it with conditioner. Some of the best conditioners that you have in your closet. Just put it all in there. Okay. And I think that really helped. And then also I followed up with a protein treatment as well. Um, yeah, so just be careful with bleach and dye. Do your research. Carefully select a beautician that specializes in dyeing. And if you do it yourself, don't just rush and do it. Take your time. Know the products that you want to put in, what works best for African American hair or whatever race you may be. And research aftercare instructions. So that's the thing. Listen to your locks. Now, I've learned in my 1 year lock journey that there are so many opinions, and with my video, with my advice, that's just another opinion on the list. At the end of the day, your hair is your hair. Your locks will be your locks. You can feel if something is good or bad for your locks. You can see it if something is good and bad for your locks. And the moment you do, act on it. Don't let it just ride and, like, no. When you feel like there's a problem, like when I felt like my locks were dry throughout the summer, I may not gave myself a deep conditioner, but I washed my locks, you know what I mean, with moisturizing, like I kept it hydrated. And or I'll moisturize my scalp or something like that. Listen to your locks. Some people say don't retwist every 2 to 3 weeks because it will put strain on your roots, but for someone like me that has my perimeter with my locks, my hair growing away from my locks, I need to retwist every 2 3 weeks because at the end of the day, like, they're not locking because of that. You know what I mean? Some people, you know um, I see people that wait a long time in between their retwists because they want thicker roots, but some people don't have the hair texture for that. So pay attention to your locks, see what works best for you. Just go with the flow and listen to your locks. Be an active listener. Pay really close attention to the body language that your locks is giving you and respond accordingly. That's all I got to say about that. Okay? All right. So yeah, take people advice, but if you feel like that is not working for you, look for another opinion. Okay? Just like if the doctor tells you you have this type of cancer, you're not just going to rest on that type of cancer. You're going to go find another opinion and another opinion. Okay? So then you're going to act and, respond accordingly. It's the same thing with your locks, okay? Um, Always keep your locks wrapped, especially in the evening, at night. I would say this is 1,000% fact. When I'm home in the house, nobody's around, I'm not trying to look cute or anything like that. I always have a bonnet on my head all the time. I don't even feel comfortable chilling on the back of a couch with my head rested if I don't have a bonnet on. You know what I mean? So, however you choose to wrap your hair, I use a bonnet. If you use a scarf or a sock, whatever it may be, a lock sock or whatever it's called, whatever it may be, it's really good to keep your locks wrapped. It defrizzes, it helps with defrizzing and locking in and sealing moisture into your scalp and your hair. And that's about it. Okay. All right. So moving on. Stick to a hair regimen. It's kind of hot. Stick to a hair regimen. Like with anything that we do on a daily basis, our body responds to routine. I mentioned this in an earlier video, but yeah, our locks does the same thing. It responds to routine. So if your locks is used to, like for me, I am very sporadic. So I noticed that by me listening to my locks, me being sporadic, my locks don't like that. So I have to get on a routine, a regimen that I stick to, something that it's used to, so that it's not crying for that what it's used to anymore. So stick to a regimen and they will grow and nourish itself beautifully. Um, Keep your locks moisturized. Make up a moisturizing routine that you stick to daily, weekly, monthly. I have the things that I do daily, I have the things that I do weekly, and I have the things that I do monthly. Okay, so just develop something that you find works for your locks, and it doesn't have to be overly like oily or whatever the case may be. But as you can see, like, my locks aren't thirsty. My scalp isn't flaky, if you can see my scalp. Yeah, so just stick to something like a moisturizing routine that works for you. For me, I have my spray that I spray in daily that has like 3 oils in there and water. I moisturize my scalp that has a concoction of rosemary, a whole bunch of other stuff. And I moisturize my scalp with that probably about 2, 3 times a week, sometimes just twice. And monthly, I have the deep conditioning, which now will be the DIY that I just started doing. And it will also be the rice water rinse, which I will be applying to my routine on a monthly basis. But yeah, so that's part of my moisturizing routine. So find what works best for you. And FYI, you're not going to know what works best for you in the first couple of months. I would say maybe a little when you get closer to your half a year or a little after your half a year mark is when you'll know for sure, like, okay, this is what works for me. It may even be later than that. I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still experimenting, I'm still exploring. So, and I'm 1 year lock today. I gotta do the shoulder shake. But moving on, um, be careful with updos. I'm really like, I'm big on like my Cynthia's, as you know, my perimeter. I feel like that stuff puts strain on your locks when it's closer to your perimeter. Yeah, so just be careful with that, especially if you know you can't take it. So, if you do decide to do updos and you have the updo in for a couple of days, when you take it out, let your hair chill for a week or two, before you do something else with it. I'm most of the time running around here with my hair just out, or if I do an updo, like I'll leave pieces hanging so there's not too much stress on one side, and I'll definitely take it out by the end of the day. Like, this is an updo, it's not like a fancy one, but it is what it is. Um, Stay hydrated, drink plenty of water. Um, that's just obvious. Like, our locks are plants. Our hair is plants. And you have to water it. You have to give it sunshine. So just stay hydrated. Water is very good for your locks. Very, very good for your locks. It helps it grow, and it provides the nourishing factors that it needs for your locks to be healthy. And going hand in hand with staying hydrated and drinking plenty of water, keep your locks clean. That's just my opinion. That's something that you would have to figure out on your own. My hair is used to being clean prior to me being locked, so that's something that's not going to stop, okay? That's a part of my hair regimen, period. So if you're one of those people that can go a few months without washing your hair, congratulations. I don't know how you do it, but I'm not. So clean is definitely like you give your scalp room and air to breathe and grow. That's just how I look at it. Okay. So, yes, keep them clean with a great shampoo, and follow up. If it's like a deep cleansing shampoo, follow up with a moisturizing shampoo, but just keep your locks clean. Keep your scalp free. There's tea tree oil that helps, rid yourself from dandruff and stuff of that nature. And spread the word. Showcase your lock journey. Share it, so that others can be inspired and motivated, whether it is to start. I know, a few people that were a little hesitant about starting locks, or knowing that that's something that they want, but seeing me and my journey, it encourages them, or people that even started before and I started my lock journey by, doing my research and stuff like that. I started confidently because of the lock community and for those that share their lock journeys. If it wasn't for them, I would be totally blindsided and wouldn't know what to do. I'm a person that came into this game just knowledgeable and willing to learn and soaking up what I can based on the lock community pages and lock journeys that people shared via YouTube channel or Instagram. And I thank you guys so much for being an inspiration and encouraging me to be confident to pursue my goals to be locked, my hair goals. Um, Create a lock page. That's just goes hand in hand with being encouraged. You create a lock page for others to motivate others and inspire others, but you also mainly do it for yourself, just to keep track of, um, like, your progress, like a lot of times people will be like, oh, I don't feel like my hair is growing. That's how I felt. I felt like I didn't feel like my locks were growing, and I felt like they were stuck the same size until I felt them crawling on my neck. But then I go back and refer to where I came from and look at pictures of where I started at, and I be like, child, these things grew, So, keep a documentary, if not for others, for yourself also, and eventually you will be inspiring others. Definitely. Anyone that starts a lock page is inspiring because it's so, when I say every month you see a difference in your locks, like especially like in your first year, every month you see a difference in your locks. Every month. So my locks today is not the same where it was last month or the month before, so that's a part of this journey. I don't know how long that process will continue, but I know within your first year, every month is different, so keep track of it. Have something to fall back on and look back on, so that you can admire the strength and the tenacity that you had to be encouraged and continue your journey, because it's not an easy one. Sometimes you feel like, dang, I miss my weaves and stuff. Not saying that you can't get weaves, but I mean, when you love your locks, you love your locks. That's just how I feel about it. I thought I was going to have like wigs on and was going to be doing braids or locks, dreads over my locks, like faux locks over my locks. But no, that turned out not to be the case. And I'm a year in and I don't see it happening at all. Unless like I'm playing a role for something, you know? But yeah, admire, inspire, and motivate. Okay? That's just what I have to say. um, and love your locks. Remain committed. If you're feeling discouraged, that's what the lock hair community pages is for. That's why we follow other people who are, in their lock journey and that share their lock journey on YouTube and Instagram. That's what they are there for. That's what I am here for. Stay motivated. Love your locks. You may not like how they start, but I promise you the ending result is going to be great. The end of every month, there's a new milestone that you accomplish. So stay encouraged, be encouraged. Do not give up, do not start over. Your locks are going to do its own thing because they're hard headed and that's what they want to do. Okay? So just go with your locks flow and just be encouraged. If you can't find it within yourself to be encouraged, seek somewhere else to be encouraged. Follow those lock journey pages and reach out to those lock community pages, because one thing I can say about our lock community is that we are full of love. Sometimes a little bit too much kumbaya for me, because I'm like, I like y'all, but I don't like all of y'all. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have a video on that coming up, basically talking about how I don't think, all locks are beautiful. I don't. That's, whew, God, for me to say that is probably taboo within our lock community, but that just goes to show you how unified that our community is. Okay, so that's pretty much all the advice that I had. Now, wrapping up and closing, um, I have future lock goals for this next year. And for starters, my length. I am hoping that my locks by year 2 is touching, I want to say my bra strap. Like, right before it bends, like, I want bra strap length locks. Like, I want that in year 2. Like, I'm asking for too much. I am. I know I am. But hey, I'm going to do what I can to create this masterpiece. So I'm going to look back on this video and see how far I came, you know what I mean? And see if I made my accomplishment. So we'll see. You can quote me on that. But this is where I want them. I want them here. I want them touching my chest. Yes, I do. By year 2. Okay? I want thicker and fuller roots in my perimeter. Stronger roots in my perimeter. I feel like they're just so weak. And mostly like my edges. you know. Mostly this side, really. Go figure, that's the side that's up. But yeah, I want a thicker, fuller, stronger roots in my perimeter. And I'm on a mission to achieve that. So achieve that. So I was going to say obtain, but I'm on my mission. I've done my research, and that is currently in the works. So we'll see what happens by year 2. These are all quotes. You can quote me on that. I want ombre locks. that was my initial goal. There's this girl called, I think her name is Dope Locks on Instagram with an X. Her locks are thick. She doesn't have ombre locks, but her tips are randomly, you know, bleached or whatever. And I love that look. So that's why I did this. Because I'm like, one day they're going to look like that. But I want ombre locks. I want them bleached. Or not bleached. I gotta get bleached out the question. I want them blonde. I do not want to bleach my hair again, but I do want them blonde. So, you know, I don't want to strip, because if I strip, I'm gonna have like 5 more gray hairs. No, within the next year, God knows. No, no. I want my hair blonde. I want a blonde ombre. I don't know if any of, like, I love this blonde. You see, I have different colors. A blonde in my highlights or whatever. Like, this is nice. This is the color I was going for. But because I started how I started, like I did one side first and then I did the other side. So like some highlights are darker. But I like the variation in my locks. So whatever. It's unique. But I definitely want an ombre look. And if I ever do decide on an ombre, it will be once my locks get lengthy. Like they have to fall over my shoulders. Maybe not my chest, but over my shoulders. Shoulder bone, we can work with that. You know, they have to be long. And I will definitely see a color specialist. There you go. That person. I will see them to do it. I will not be doing it myself because I want it done correctly and I still want to keep my highlights. So I don't know. And then eventually I'll be going back to jet black because I love jet black hair, but I won't be doing that until my locks are longer. So yeah, that's what I have to look forward to, um, as well as a much larger lock fan base. I'm just starting out within my first year. I don't have many followers. There was a huge gap when I started this YouTube channel, um, where I wasn't uploading or communicating. And, that was just due to like a lot of life changes. Because when I first uploaded, I wasn't pregnant, or at least I didn't think I was. Maybe I got pregnant that night. you know, but here I am now, pregnant, about to have a baby. So, you know, I may, as time comes, there may be gaps in there, but I feel like if I continue to push my YouTube channel in those 3 months or whatever that it was that I was away, I probably would have had a little bit more, maybe about 5 more followers. But yeah, I want a much larger fan base, maybe double what it is now. That would be nice. Triple, quadruple, because I'm so low. That would be nice. But I know with time and with length and with experience, those followers will come. So I'll see you guys later. Nice to meet you in the future. But for those who are rocking with me and that been rocking with me, hey y'all, hi. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But my goal is to inspire and motivate and educate. So I'm learning, and then as I learn, I will produce. Okay, so I am no expert. This is my first year. I am learning. Everything is on my opinion and experiment basis only. So as I learn, I will produce, and you can take it with a grain of salt, or you can take it and run with it. And that's pretty much it. That wraps up my 1 year anniversary. Okay. Remember, no matter what it looks like, God can turn it around. And I know this to be true. My life right now is in that situation where you feel like, I don't know how I'm going to get out of it. I don't know how I'm going to get through it. But God. Okay, that's all I got to say is but God, because the things that I've gotten out of and gotten through and getting through, but God. Okay? And be encouraged, you know. And I guess I could show you in this. Oh God, I don't know if I want to do that because now I got to take this off and let me just do it because I'm gonna have to do it eventually. Take this off. I ain't going anywhere. I'm about to put a t-shirt, oversized t-shirt on and some mother freaking basketball shorts and call this day a day. Okay. But so I just can give you guys a 1 year and happy 1 year anniversary to me. Do you love it? Do you love it? I totally love it. Yes, babe. Yes. My lock sprinkles are glowing. My highlights are glowing, growing. Yeah, here we are. Here we are. There you go. Go ahead and do something. So, yeah, so you guys could see. So, you guys could see. Yes. Get all up in there. Get all up in there. Also within this next upcoming year, as my little peach fuzz begin to grow on my edges, I will be starting some baby locks. Hello. Oh God. Ooh. Ee. Oh God. Whoever made mothers. Okay. Why did we have to be the one to carry the babies? Cause you niggas is weak. So I'm not gonna be a man bashing. Not on my lock page. Maybe on my personal page. No, not on that either. And if you would like to join me on my personal page, um just reach out because I get personal. I mean, listen. It ain't a diary, but I'm saying though. But yeah, y'all remember where I started. Now look where I'm at, baby. Look where I'm at. Happy 1 year anniversary to moi. Yes, baby. Yes, we're here. I'm so happy. And this is extended, so I'm going to be wrapping it up. But let me show you the back of my hair. I hope you guys can still. Okay. So you can see where I'm at because I did all of this. Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in as always. Thank you for bearing and hanging and sticking it in and out. That sounded a little perverted. You can tell I ain't had none in a while. Mama needs to get back on the market. But anyways, thank you guys so much. And I look forward to seeing you. Once again, it's Chrissy, also known as Whimsical Locks. And that's whimsical_locks on IG. Please check me out. Holla at me. Let me know if you found me through my YouTube. That'd be dope. Yeah. So this is what it's looking like. Let's see what year 2 will bring. Okay? Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you guys later. Check me out. I'll be back with more video updates. This is just pertaining to my 1 year anniversary. So, yeah. Bye.